Welcome to a thought-provoking exploration of 10 Bible verses that often evoke contemplation, curiosity, and sometimes even fear. These verses delve into themes of divine judgment, consequences, and the eternal nature of choices. Join us on this journey as we unravel the meanings behind these impactful scriptures, aiming to shed light on their significance in various religious contexts and interpretations. Matthew 10 verse 28, "Do not be afraid of those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Rather, be afraid of the one who can destroy both soul and body in hell." This verse is a teaching of Jesus to his disciples, emphasizing the importance of recognizing the authority of God above all human power. It encourages a perspective that transcends physical threats, highlighting the eternal consequences of actions and the significance of the soul's relationship with God. Revelation 20 verse 15, "Anyone whose name was not found written in the book of life was thrown into the lake of fire." In the book of Revelation, the book of life symbolizes the record of those redeemed by faith in Christ. The verse depicts a final judgment scene where those not found in the book face eternal separation from God, represented by the lake of fire, signifying spiritual death and eternal punishment. Matthew 13 verse 50, "And throw them into the blazing furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth." Matthew 13 verse 50, within a parable about the kingdom of heaven, this verse depicts a separation between the righteous and the wicked. The imagery of a blazing furnace and weeping and gnashing of teeth conveys the severity of the fate of those who reject God's ways. Matthew 25 verse 41, "Then he will say to those on his left, 'Depart from me, you who are cursed, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels.'" Jesus speaks here about the final judgment, describing the fate of those who have chosen to live without regard to God's principles. It emphasizes the eternal consequence of this choice, exclusion from God's presence and into a place of punishment. Revelation 21 verse 8, "But the cowardly, the unbelieving, the vile, the murderers, the sexually immoral, those who practice magic arts, the idolaters, and all liars, they will be consigned to the fiery lake of burning sulfur." This is the second death. This verse lists various sinful behaviors and highlights the ultimate consequence for persisting in such actions. It illustrates the severity of the second death, symbolized by a fiery punishment for those who continue in unrepentant sin. Hebrews 10 verse 31, "It is a dreadful thing to fall into the hands of the living God." The book of Hebrews underscores the superiority and holiness of God. This particular verse warns about the fearful nature of facing God's judgment, urging reverence and obedience to avoid such a fate. Luke 12 verse 5, "But I will show you whom you should fear, or fear him who, after your body has been killed, has authority to throw you into hell. Yes, I tell you, fear him." In this teaching, Jesus encourages his followers to prioritize their relationship with God above all else. It emphasizes the eternal consequences determined by God, urging a healthy fear and respect for his authority. 2 Thessalonians 1 verse 9, "They will be punished with everlasting destruction and shut out from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his might." This verse emphasizes the severity of the punishment for those who reject God. It describes the consequences of being separated from God's presence and the glory of his power, an eternal separation marked by a sense of loss and isolation. Isaiah 66 verse 24, "And they will go out and look on the dead bodies of those who rebelled against me. The worms that eat them will not die, the fire that burns them will not be quenched, and they will be loathsome to all mankind." This verse concludes the book of Isaiah with vivid imagery portraying the consequences of rebellion against God. It uses strong imagery, highlighting the eternal nature of the punishment as a warning against disobedience. Hebrews 12 verse 29, "For our God is a consuming fire." Hebrews 12 verse 29, this verse portrays God's consuming and purifying nature. It serves as a reminder of God's holiness and power, urging reverence and awe in approaching the divine. As we conclude our dive into these 10 thought-provoking Bible verses, we encourage you to keep the conversation going. Like this video if these verses spark new thoughts or insights for you. Share it with friends and family to engage in meaningful discussions about faith and spirituality. Remember, these verses hold layers of meaning waiting to be explored further. Subscribe for more deep dives into intriguing topics like this. Let's continue seeking understanding together. Thanks for being part of this enlightening journey, and we'll see you in the next video.